Dear students, it's my pleasure to welcome you to class. The topic under discuss today is local government administration. This class seeks to expose you to the various functions of the local government and why it is important. For the lesson objectives, you should be able to define local government, discuss the reasons for the creation of local government, and also highlight the functions of local government and its various sources of revenue. Now, let's look at the meaning of local government. What is local government? The local government is the third tier of government. That is, it is the government at the local level, government at the grassroots. It is based on the beliefs system of the people. The essence of the local government is to ensure that development is brought to the people at the grassroots level. The essence of local government is to ensure that there is even development in the country. Now, let's look at the powers of the local government. What are the powers of the local government? There are various powers exercised by the local government. Among these powers include 1. Making of bylaws. That is, when we talk of bylaws, we are talking about those rules and regulations made at the local government level. Then, the power to punish offenders and also imposition of levies. These are the various powers of the local government. That takes us to reasons for the creation of local government. What are the various reasons why local government is created? One of the various reasons is to ensure that government is brought closer to the people. This is done so that those at the grassroots will be part of the government. This system is good for a country of a large size, especially heterogeneous society. Now, there is also for the local participation of local reasons. This is to provide opportunities for the local people to participate in the politics of their country. Also, another reason is even development. Creation of local governments provide the avenue for even development of all parts of the country. It usually gives room for even development. As this local government is developing, the other one is as well developing. There is provision of essential services. The creation of local government also gives room for provision of essential services such as water. Again, there is employment. The local government can also provide employment for its indigents at the local level. So, local government is created to promote employment. Also, we have training and development of future political leaders. These are made possible at the grassroots by the creation of local government. When there is local government, local people at the grassroots tend to get developed in politics. Now, let's look at the functions of local government. What are the various functions? That is, what are those things that local government do for its people? Among the various functions of local government include the provision of primary health centers. This is usually done for the people at the grassroots. For example, they provide and possibly maintain maternity centers at the local level. There is also provision of water. They at times construct boreholes, wells for the people, for the local indigenes to have potable water for the people. There is naming of streets. It is the function of the local government to name streets and roads. They also give numbers to houses. They also give numbers to houses. We have maintenance of some institutions. The local government can establish, maintain, and regulate slaughterhouses, markets, motor parks for public convenience. Now let's look at another function of local government, which is maintenance of roads. It is one of the functions of local government is to maintain the roads under their jurisdiction. Again, there is another function of local government which has to do with collection of rates, radio and television licenses. This is part of their function, and it's one of the ways they generate revenue and ensure the smooth running of the government. Another function, an important function of local government is that they register births, deaths, and marriages. This means that it is the function of the local government to register such important events. Again, there is management of primary education. Originally, local governments are responsible for the funding and management of primary education. It is their original function to do that. There is also provision of recreational centers. The local government provide and maintain most of these centers like amusement parks, stadia, etc. for relaxation purposes. And let's look at another thing, which is sources of revenue for the local government. What are the various sources? How does local government get money? There are many sources of revenue for the local government. One is federation accounts. Local government receive the bulk of their money from the allocation of the federation account. The money comes directly from the federal account. Again, another source of revenue for the local government is grants. The local government receive grants from both the central and state governments. However, these grants are usually for certain specific projects. Again, another source of revenue for the local government is imposition of levy. They also generate funds through imposition of levy on the people. The levy may be for a special project meant to improve the welfare of the people. Again, there is commercial ventures. In recent times, some local governments are involved in commercial ventures like transportation, recreational centers, etc. They buy buses and then these buses are used for commercial purposes. Another source of revenue for the local government is court fines. The local government usually take part in the sharing of the fines generated from courts in Nigeria. So when they share the fines generated from courts in Nigeria, it also gets to the local government. Again, there are donations and gifts. Donations and gifts from non-governmental organizations and citizens form part of revenue for the local government. So non-governmental organizations and individuals can donate to the local government. Another source of revenue is royalties. The local government gets revenue through royalties. There are some institutions that must have signed agreements with local government and then pay royalties to the local government. Now let's look at the control of local government. There are various controls of local government. One, dissolution of the local government. Two, withholding of grants. Another control is judicial control. And then we have, again, public control. In conclusion, the local government serves as a link between the people at the grassroots and the central state governments. The local government also preserves the people's traditional institutions, that it makes the people to be governed based on their rules at the local level. For your assignment, define local government, discuss the reasons for the creation of local government, and explain the functions of local government and its sources of revenue. Do this in your notes until we meet again. Goodbye.